the bird of the sun and the bird of the snow. Once, when the world was full of pink blossoms and golden sunshine, a bird named Sira arrived from the south. She flew in loops and dives, showing everyone how fast she could move. She loved the spring more than anything else, and she made sure everyone knew she was the most beautiful bird in the garden. Sira landed on a branch next to a bird named Corbin. Corbin was sitting very still, watching the clouds move across the sky. Sira looked at him and began to giggle. "Oh, Corbin," she said, shaking her head. "Your feathers are so plain and dark. Don't you wish you looked like me?" Sira spread her wings wide so the sun could catch every color. "Look at my shimmer," she boasted. "I am like a piece of the sky that fell to earth. You are just the color of an old shadow. Nobody notices a bird like you when the sun is out." Corbin did not get angry. He simply hopped to a different branch and began to look for sturdy twigs. "The sun is very kind today, Sira," he said quietly. "But the sun does not stay forever. I am preparing for the days when the sky turns gray." As the weeks passed, the green leaves began to turn orange and brown. A chilly breeze tickled the trees, and the flowers began to sleep. Sira shivered. "It is getting far too cold for me," she chirped. "I am going back to the lands where it is always summer. Goodbye, Corbin. Have fun in the cold." The wind began to howl, and the first frost turned the grass into silver needles. Corbin did not leave. He tucked himself deep into the thick green needles of a pine tree. He was warm and safe because he had spent his time preparing instead of boasting. Then came the snow. It covered the world in a heavy white blanket. Corbin flew across the silent woods, finding seeds and berries that stayed through the freeze. He was strong, and his dark feathers kept him warm against the bright white snow. He was a bird of the winter, steady and true. Far away, Sira was sitting under a giant leaf in a land of heat. She was surrounded by bright colors, but she was all alone. She had many friends who liked to dance in the sun, but as soon as the rain fell or the food was scarce, they all flew away from each other. When the ice finally melted and the first green sprouts poked through the mud, Sira returned. She found Corbin sitting on the very same branch where she had left him. He looked strong and healthy. "You are still here?" she asked in surprise, "even through the biting wind and the deep snow?" Corbin nodded. "Beauty is easy when the sun is shining," he told her. "But a true friend and a true spirit are the ones who stay when the storm comes. My feathers may be plain, but they are here for you in the winter, while your colors only follow the warmth." Sira looked at her feathers and finally understood that being steady is better than being flashy.